He's on the mend and talking. Days after being bitten by a shark, this local diver explains why he's not angry, but fascinated with these denizens of the deep. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jim Sackett.
And I'm Kelly Dunn. He has the stitches and the story to prove it. Tonight, avid diver and shark enthusiast Jim Abernathy is talking about his latest encounter with sharks, including the one who sunk its teeth into his arm. News Channel 5's Evan Axelbank is live at St. Mary's Medical Center. Evan, how's he doing?
Doing fine, Kelly. I have to say he is doing fine. He's been diving with sharks for 30 years, but this was the first time that he was bitten. The only thing that he was scared of, though, was people misunderstanding what happened. The last thing that Jim Abernathy blames is the animal that bit him.
The shark mistook me for a fish and made a shark mistake.
Albeit a painful one. He was 10 feet down, tending to bait in rough water. The rough water can stir up the bait and can confuse sharks. He was in a cluster of about 40 of them.
Immediately I was thinking that I don't know how bad it is. Actually, while I was still pulling off my wetsuit, my crew had already wrapped up my arm, and I didn't get to see the wound until much later that day here at St. Mary's.
His surgeon, who sat next to him, says they've been able to avoid the biggest complication, which is infection. Even with 3 wounds on his right arm from the shark's teeth, he never lost sight of his mission in the hospital.
Actually, the only thing that he was really worried about was the press releasing bad information about the sharks. Truly, in the trauma room, that's what he said.
He took the opportunity of the press conference with at least a half dozen media outlets on hand to get his message out that sharks must be protected.
Any diver anywhere on Florida or the Bahamas or most of the world realizes that our reefs are covered with algae. Scientists now believe that this algae is caused from the removal of over 90% of the sharks.
He told me that he will not tend to bait in rough waters any longer. He says that this incident proved that it is too dangerous. He did show off that he has full range of motion. I should actually show in his right arm. And he says it'll be at least 10 days before his doctors will clear him to get back into the water. The doctors will still look at him just to make sure that he does not develop any infections. But once that press conference was over, he walked right on out of the hospital to continue his recovery. We are live at St. Mary's tonight. Evan Axelbank, WPTV, News Channel 5.